If an asteroid was heading directly for Earth, would you do anything about it? They say people won't like it if it don't got a good beat on it. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Scientists all over the world agree that climate change and global warming does exist. So for us to continue to not do anything about it is equatable to us watching an asteroid heading directly towards Earth and not doing anything. Wait, doesn't climate change happen naturally with changes in nature, and it hasn't been happening since the ice ages and random ages in between to now? Yes, climate change does happen naturally to a certain extent. But if you consider the current rate of change and the amount of greenhouse gases that are currently being emitted into the air, you will clearly see that we are causing the problem. When you say we, I feel like you're talking about me. So tell me what gases you feel that we humans are putting out there in the atmosphere. We human beings are currently putting carbon dioxide, silver iodine, and other compounds that you could possibly find off the periodic table into the atmosphere. How are we doing this? There are various ways in which we burn fossil fuel and emit green gases. Some of these ways include driving the cars that we drive, flying in the airplanes that we fly, and the factories which currently release smog and gases into the atmosphere. So how does that cause global warming? When carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, it creates a layer around the Earth. Keep that in mind while I break this down for you. This is the sun. This is the Earth. As the sun releases heat to the Earth, the heat goes in the Earth, does what it does, and is supposed to come back out. On its way back out, it's met with a thick layer of carbon dioxide, so it's unable to leave the Earth. Therefore, you have extra energy within the Earth that is currently stuck in it, in the form of heat. What's wrong with more heat? More heat means more eye candy wearing less clothes. Don't get me wrong. I like scantily clad eye candy just as much as the next guy. But there are other side effects to an increase of heat. Side effects of an increase in heat level can include, but are not limited to, droughts, which you can see is happening in places all over the world. Here in the US, it's happening over in the West, where you have cases of wildfires, which are starting out of nowhere because there's excessive heat and excessive dry conditions. The intensity in storms. If you understand how storms are created, then you will see how there's a direct relation to an increase of heat and an increase of energy in the atmosphere. If you pay attention, you'll see that Superstorm Sandy was just a warning. There's more to come. A third effect is a change in sea levels. Sea levels, they're actually rising because the ice sheets in Antarctica and Greenland are currently melting. So, you may not notice, but a lot of major cities and countries are actually below sea level. New Orleans is below sea level. New York City is below sea level. The Netherlands is below sea level. So an increase in sea level will endanger these cities and countries and various other locations around the world. Failure to act means we're waiting for another Hurricane Katrina. Failure to act means we're waiting for another Superstorm Sandy. Failure to act means that we're waiting for the asteroid to hit. People have a habit of being retroactive instead of proactive. Right now, it may be too late to be proactive, but it's not too late to be active. You've been informed. Now get engaged. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. When you're done, visit the official webpage, www.informandengage.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Now that you know what to do, go out and do it. As carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, it creates a layer around the Earth. Keep that in mind while I show you this, keeping it simple sample. This is the earth. This. How is this the earth?